This training vest, it was cheap. I bought it on Wish. It's a large, if you can believe it. It's actually, it's on its smallest size, as he is pretty small still. But this is the training vest I got him because he's growing. I bought him this because it was super cheap. A lot of people with service dogs buy it because it's nice. This is called a parachute harness. It just goes over their head and under their belly, and it's fairly easy to clip up. These were added. I got Velcro from Walmart or whatever. See, the glue's coming undone there, but I got little Velcro strips from Walmart, and they're kind of like an adhesive on the back, and they just kind of stick to the back of fabric or whatever, I guess. So I kind of just use those to add more patches to the vest. Not a lot of people like to have a book on their vest, but I don't really care. I like the fact that it says service dog in training. I do not use it on him in public right now. And when I say in public, I don't train in stores or anything like that unless it's pet friendly, because those are our laws in BC. For him, I don't use it when I go out for a regular walk with him on the trails or whatever yet, because for me, he's developed somewhat of a barking problem to people and to other dogs. Don't chew that. Leave it. But, Ezio, leave it. Thank you. But, again, because he's developed a barking problem, I'm not going to use it on him, and I don't know. It's probably not a big deal because he's still a puppy and he's learning, but to me, I think that's misrepresentation. But that's just me. That's a matter of my opinion. Absolutely, if your dog, a service dog in training, barks and you still want to wear the vest, go for it. But yeah, so it's got the service dog patch on it, and then it's got the in training patch. This one glows in the dark. This, I've got little patches on it because I had Astapet on it. But this is service dog in training, whatever. So again, very easy harness to use. It's cheap. Okay, on to our next device. Ezio has now begun to wake up and being a little mischievous. Ezio, no. I see you looking at me. Stop it. Yeah, try and walk. Oh, cute. Okay, so this is gonna be his adult harness. Ezio, if I see that chewing, you're gonna go in a timeout. Leave it. Okay, so this is his adult harness. I've taken quite a bit of patches off of it. It's got a Y front because he's going to be doing some guiding and momentum pulling and balance. This isn't really a balancing one. It doesn't have a rigid handle. I will be ordering a nice leather harness, but I'm not going to be ordering it right now because he's too small and it needs measurements, so I'm not going to do it until he's older. And they're very, very expensive. So this one was very expensive. This one was probably $100 and something. It's an extra large because he's quite large already, but I bought it before I even got Ezio. You're very sneaky. Stop it. Leave it. You sneaky little bugger. No. Leave it. Okay. Anyway, so this is an adult harness. The Y front is the best for momentum pulling or guiding work because it spreads the weight across the chest properly, whereas that kind of doesn't. A lot of people still use that as a guiding momentum pull device, but this spreads the weight across evenly, and it's better for your dog. It's got basically the same features as this one almost. It goes over the head, but you have to slip it through the leg. Take it to me. Just like a normal dog harness. This one has a handle like this one does. This is like a guiding device. I've went over this before. It's a guiding device attached to these D-rings. But yeah, I'm, again, not going to go over these too much. I've already done a video on it. I'll probably do another video when he's older and has more equipment. So yeah, that's just some of the training equipment I use. Okay, I'm going to go on to the miscellaneous stuff now. Okay, so excuse the messy top of the crate. I was dealing with treats. So my first and foremost and the most important thing I have here is this treat bag. I had puppy class night last night, so it's not full of treats, but it also has a poop bag dispenser on the side, and this pocket was supposedly supposed to fit a cell phone, but for modern day cell phones, I don't think it would fit anything unless you have like a minuscule phone that's a flip phone or something. So it's got like a little, I don't know what you want to call this, pressure tie or something. So it opens up. You can fit quite a bit of treats in there. It's a lot deeper than you think. It didn't come with this clip, but I put it on there because this is really weak and it slips off your pants quite easily. I'm not sure what this D-ring's for. I guess you could add like a leash to it or something. But this is my #1 training thing. You absolutely need this. I absolutely advise you get it. I got it on Amazon. But yeah, you can probably find them at pet stores and whatnot. Okay, so on to my next thing. Probably be the water bottle. Well, if you're on Facebook or whatever social media you want, you've probably seen this before. It's actually a very, very handy device, and this is probably the biggest one you can find. I like to use it for traveling, which is what it's for. But it's really great. It's got a locking mechanism so it doesn't leak. And then you've got the unlock button, and you just press this to let the water come out, and there you go. You got some water, and if you want it back in and he's not drinking more, you just hold it and it goes back in. Kind of like a toilet, I guess. But yeah, but what I will say for that is absolutely bring a normal water bottle just to refill it, or unless you're gonna go into, unless you're like in a city or an area where you're gonna have lots of water stops, I would bring an extra water bottle because this literally is not big enough at all. I have a puppy, and I couldn't imagine an adult dog. I haven't used it with her because she's pretty picky about things. But if you have an adult dog, I absolutely bring an extra water bottle because that amount of water does not suffice anything. You absolutely need to bring more water. So these are some boots I bought on Amazon. They were kind of a random find because I was trying to find something that's breathable and mesh for summer, because I don't really feel like a winter boot is appropriate to use for summer, but you know what? Some of them are really breathable. Some of the winter boots are really breathable, and some of the boots that are winter boots are actually summer boots, or vice versa. So I use boots instead of like Mushroom Secret or those little sticky things that you can stick on their pads. I use these because for now they stay on better. He hasn't had an issue with them. He actually doesn't walk like he's got something stuck to his paw. he walks pretty normally with them. I'll probably be using boots for like the rest of his career, his life, whatever. For summer-wise, I don't really care to use Mushroom Secret unless he's got really bad crack paws or something like that, then I'll use it. But, or those sticky pads. The sticky pads aren't waterproof, and Mushroom Secret you kind of have to apply every couple minutes, and it doesn't really work for hot weather. So I will go on